to the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the first thing we have on the agenda is change of manager for Barrett Ale House. Mike, it looks like you brought, I'm assuming you're the new manager?
No,
No?
the new manager is having an operation, so she's not available.
Okay,
So I'm here with my lawyer.
okay. All right, Lorna, has everything been sent in? Has Sergeant Warner done his portion of the background, whatever needs to be
Yes,
done?
so for this, he doesn't have to do an official background check, but I did send the application over and they gave their approval, stamp of approval.
All right, thank you. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Do you have anything to add?
I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Is anything changing?
No, nothing at all, no. Our Dave Barry, who was the manager of record, bought our North Attleboro location.
Yep. I was up there about a week ago.
Oh, good. How was the meal?
Good. It was good up there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So is there a motion to approve the change of manager?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Very
you.
much. Appreciate it.
Good evening.
Have a nice day as well.
Okay. Next, we have the ratification of appointment for Council on Aging kitchen assistant / cook. How are you, Mary?
Good, how are you?
Carolyn, sorry. I'm out of it today. So if you just want to introduce Mrs. Filippini.
Yes, introducing Carrie Filippini. She's been volunteering for us for quite some time, and my new kitchen manager asked if we could probably put her on full-time. Not full-time, but put her on payroll.
Right.
So,
Great. Any questions, comments? All right. Is there a motion to ratify the appointment?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
thank you very much.
Approval of meeting minutes of April 7th.
Made a motion to approve the meeting minutes of April 7th.
Second.
So moved. No. Is there a second?
Oh, yes, there's a second. I thought you were seconding it. I was
No,
going to say,
just
okay.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and accept for review the meeting minutes of April 21st.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. 2 weeks ago, we had the list of 2022 appointments. We had a chance to review them. Does anyone have any changes, or is there a motion to approve as presented?
I just had one question that I spoke with David about yesterday. Is this just reappointing people whose term has expired, or?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, any other comments, or?
No comments.
Motion?
Is there anything different about this table as opposed to the last one we reviewed?
I believe you were taken off the bylaw study committee.
Oh, that's
Is there
right.
anything
That's
else,
right.
Lorna?
That's right.
We did update Marilyn Raleigh to that to the Complete Streets Working Group, but other than that, everything is the same.
Great.
Is there a motion to approve it?
So
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And next we have the ratification of the clerical CBA. David, are there any substantial changes or any changes at all other than the 2% increase?
3 changes, the 2% increase for each successive year, adding June 19th as a formal holiday since they receive all state holidays. We clarified that language, and the last is that we clarified the FMLA language, which, other than that, everything else is the same.
Okay. Anyone have any comments, or is there a motion to approve it?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And the ratification of the CBA amendments for the DPW, fire, library, and police.
just adding the 2%.
And that's the only change in all of these amendments?
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
I would recuse myself from the library.
Did we include the library in this group?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Should we just separate that one?
Sure, so do you, is there a motion for the DPW, fire, and police amendments?
So moved.
Do you need to recuse yourself from DPW? No?
No, he's not part of that contract.
Okay. All right.
That has
Second?
no impact on us. Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And is there a motion for the library?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. One recusal.
And yes, Denise refused.
Okay, there is a list up here of those employees who will receive the 2% with this vote. They are non-contractual, non-union employees, typically, or I think all of them are part-time. Some inspectors, part-time secretaries.
Is there anyone not included? Are there anyone outside of this group who's not in a union or already under a contract? So this would be everybody, right?
This would be everybody except this, there are a handful of employees that we set their salary through the budget process for the Council on Aging. Other than that, this hopefully is on all exhaustive list because it's the same list we use every year. So if I'm missing anyone, I've been missing them for years.
I imagine they would have spoken up by now. Or hopefully.
So I hope it's the right one. I believe it to be.
Okay, thanks.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and we have a request from the police chief to take part in the Sergeant Civil Service exam. I believe this is every 2 years. There aren't any current openings, but this is in case one comes up. Is there a motion to allow the exam?
I only paused on this for a moment when I saw it on the agenda, only because I don't want to give any certain department preference to getting the next new hire over another. I just know we went through a difficult budget season where it was 0% and then we thought everybody got 2%. There are some departments that are definitely short-staffed, and I just want to make sure I make the comment that I would rather see us look at all of the departments than to agree that we're going to hire or promote a sergeant. I understand that's not what we're agreeing to here. I just want to make sure I make that statement.
Yeah, from my understanding, this would just provide them with an eligibility option, but
Okay.
not a position.
Yep, it has to be done in order to fill a vacancy should it arise, and I think it's only every 2 years that the exam is held.
So if there's a vacancy, this is the
You'll
only
have to wait
way?
until the next exam.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's just, they become eligible,
Mhm.
and then if a position becomes available, then it has to go through the complete process.
Oh, okay. All right. That changes my opinion. I'm all for it.
A second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Lincoln Street, so there is a contract in front of us for Greenman Peterson. This is Jim Noyes' firm, where I'm assuming that Jim would probably be doing most of the work on this. It's for peer review and, I guess, project oversight to ensure that the developer is performing to spec. Comments, questions, motion?
The budget for this has already been included in the proposal.
Yes, as part of the TIF agreement.
Okay.
I think Jim does a great job. All my interactions with him have been positive.
Agreed. I'll make a motion to approve this.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And as an update, the TIF agreement was approved on Monday, I believe, by the state. Public comment period? Anyone have anything for public comment period? Nope. Okay, town administration report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, if the board has no objection, this will be my last COVID-19 update. Currently, we have 1 case in town. Last week, we had 9. So obviously, more than trending in the right direction. I will also let the board know that 57% of our town is fully vaccinated, 67% has had 1 dose, and that's a few percentage points below the state, but basically in line with the state. We've done 61 updates on a weekly basis dating back to March 31st of last year, and the Board of Health is going to stop posting their updates, and so we're now down to 1 and hopefully going to 0. So again, just an FYI on that. And the last thing is in reference to COVID-19 is that a whole bunch of sunset legislation that ended yesterday has been revamped or re-voted on through the legislative be good through April 1st of 2022. So that includes allowing for remote participation of town meetings and also for outdoor seating and dining. And the only other item under the my report is the Girl Scouts. I signed off for their event that they do annually on June 19th. And the last thing just to make as an announcement is that June 19th was voted as a state holiday last year. All of our union contracts included that a state holiday automatically becomes a holiday for them. Municipalities, for the most part, follow the state schedule, and yesterday the U.S. Senate voted to make it a federal holiday. Turns out 47 states already had it as a state holiday. The reason I'm bringing all that up is because as part of the schedule you voted on earlier in the year, the transfer station will be closed on Saturday because it's a union employee. And there were some conversations earlier in the day in reference to that, but it's a holiday, it'll be closed. And obviously in the future, it might not fall on a Saturday and it would be a different day, but just so the board is aware.
Okay, thank you. On the COVID-19 update, would now be the appropriate time to end the state of emergency?
I honestly don't think that it's a bad thing to end it. However, the only reason we do this is so we can continue to receive state and federal funds if they become available. And we still have funds coming in. But they have not mandated that a state of emergency at a local level had to be voted on. So if you want to take that vote, I don't see any harm. And if you want, I'll place it on the next agenda.
Okay, we couldn't do it under this agenda item?
I think we can, sure, we can.
Okay, is there a motion to end the state of emergency?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, with nothing else on the agenda, I would entertain a motion to enter into executive session, not to return to open session for purposes of conducting a strategy session in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, specifically the police lieutenant. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And those in favor, we need a roll call vote.
Anderson, yes?
Raise yes.
Kennigan, yes. We are now in executive session.